Hey everybody, welcome back to GWN. I'm Noctaire, your host. So the other day we ran a end of season replay festival. I had 5 of them from 3,500 to 4,500. Today I've got even more, and this time it's from 4,500 to 5,500. And I thought I'd open it up with 2 of my own. One at 5,200, one at 4,500. We'll take a look at this first one. It is a Minion Drops or Shimi, depending upon what you want to call it. I am running at around 5,200 trophies right now. And this is kind of the way I've started doing these for the main part. I drop 2 balloons, 2 drop ships, and let them kind of start to work their way in and distract a few things. And then as they spread out, which they inevitably do, they never go where I want them to go the first time, I go ahead and drop another one to fill in the gap. And then it's just a matter of dropping them in an interval that keeps them going so that when one drops, another one kind of takes its place. And that keeps the beta minions alive. This particular base, it's a fairly common general design. This player kind of broke a few things up in the walls for pathing. Typically you do that to deal with ground attackers. If you can make your ground attackers go all over the place, split them up, send them to the left when they want to go right, or to the right when they want to go down the middle, or whatever, you can very easily disrupt an attack. Of course, as an air attacker, you don't really care too terrible much about that because, well, let's be honest, walls don't affect you. So you just go wherever it is you want to go. And that's exactly how this particular attack went. It went really well. Everything went just fine. And as a result, I ended up walking off with a 3-star. A lot of people say that air is dead. It is not dead, not by any stretch of the imagination, especially since so many players are now defending against ground. Okay, next one, little PEKKA Cart action here on the KVN account. This is down around 4,500, maybe 4,600, I don't remember. It's some of that ballpark. And PEKKAs, when they made the changes in this last update, they nerfed the PEKKA's death damage. So when she blows up, it doesn't do as much damage. That really wasn't that big of a deal because the simple fact of the matter is 9 out of 10 times when she blows up, whatever she was standing next to is actually gone already because something else came in behind her and took it out. Every once in a while that death damage will blow up and take something with it, but here lately, I mean, right there, look at it. Prime example. And how about this one? She's going to take down, yeah, she actually took down the rest of that multi-mortar. But they buffed the actual hit points and it just wasn't enough. Unfortunately, against these higher level bases with, the stronger defenses and the better layouts, my beloved Super PEKKA just has not been cutting it. So I was really happy when I was tinkering around a little bit at the 4,500 mark and came across a 3-star on one of my attacks. Most of the time, the attacks, I'll be honest, I get anywhere from 50 to 75%, maybe an 80% here and there, 85%. So it's not usually these 3 stars that you see. But there's enough of them that we can do replays, and you can really see what's happening and what went right in the attack. What we got here? Baboon. I think we got 2 from Unky Baboon here. He's running around 4,800 trophies, so up a little bit, which is kind of cool. And this first one is a big Bart. So we've got Boxer Giants, Rage Barbarians, Bombers, and Cannon Carts. And of course he's got the the level 21 battle machine. So the way this attack works, and it's really a great attack, works well into the 5,000s. You use the bombers to open the base. The Rage Barbarians go in and just kind of distract, keep the defenses a little off kilter, if you will. Giants are in there tanking and dealing with some of the heavier hitters. And then you bring in your Cannon Carts from behind to do damage from a kind of sheltered position. Biggest problem for this attack, as well as any of the other Cannon Cart attacks, is always that giant cannon. If you watch on some of the replays we've played over the last month or two, the giant cannon will just zip through a whole bunch if they cluster up, and that's what usually kills my Cannon Cart attacks. And it's awful. I hate it. It's a royal pain. That giant cannon will they'll bunch up. Maybe I don't break through the wall quite right, and boom, it takes out 4 4 or 5 of them at one time. It just ruins the attack, ends the attack. Here we got Unky Baboon again, and he has a Minion Drops, a Shimi for us. Gun going up to the air. It works really well against this base. This is a meta base. I run this on one of my games periodically. Pretty standard diamond. It's got openings to kind of redirect your ground troops. It has the apron at the top, or in this case the bottom, keeps troops from easily coming in. So I mean, it's got a lot of the same standard features that we put into all of these bases, you know, including the strong hub that I've talked about in the past. But once again, it has been designed for ground, and all the traps and stuff have been set to ground, so it's an opportunity for air. And you can see here, Baboon comes in with his air attack and just demolishes the base. Doesn't take very long either. It only takes a couple minutes. The key to these minion drop attacks right now is not to get too spammy or go too quick. You wanna go easy with your drop ships. Let them get in there and start tanking, and then spread out your beta minions. And that's exactly what he does here. Works like a charm. Takes what are we, about 30 seconds? Yeah, we got about 30 seconds left, so he takes out everything but the last 5 or 6 buildings here at the very far end of it. But all the defenses go down, which means that it's just cleanup work for the battle machine, and that's another 3-star. Oh, moving on, what we got here? BG. He's a newer member to the Divergent Void clan. He's got a GiCart attack for us. Very similar base to the last one that we saw. A little bit different. Different spots for the openings, and the arrangement of the strong hub's a little different, of course. But, again, we've only got 3 to 5 basic layouts that we can use in the builder base right now. Even with the addition of 4 walls, there's only a handful of layouts that you can effectively use. And I was trying a few days ago to come up with something totally different and unique, but it just didn't work out. That's kind of a bummer. I like on the home village, I like the originality that you can deploy when you put together a base. You can't really do that as much here, but you can do some things a little bit differently. You know, the way you arrange the strong hub, or maybe some of the walls, some of the openings, the way you redirect the pathing, as you see here in this particular attack. You know, the idea is to path the troops in certain directions. But if you have a long wall and a player positions his giants properly, as you saw BG does here, he's able to actually break through the wall rather than walk around. Now, if he had put his boxer giants, I don't know, maybe a half-inch further down towards the bottom of the screen, rather than break it through the wall, they would have walked around, and all the padding that this base has in place would have come to light. How do you deal with something like that? Well, when you're developing a base, designing a base, just leave off one of those end walls or put an opening down there, and that'll usually take care of it. You just got to make sure that the length is short enough to prevent the boxer giant from pounding on the wall. Now, let's see, we got Zep here over on Oz Builders, and Zep is going to do a Bombarian Cart. This is something you don't see nearly as often as you used to, at least not with this much success, especially a 3-star success. He's playing up around 5,000. So is the next one, Boss, who will be giving us a big Bart. The Bombarian Cart strategy takes advantage of the Raged Barbarians' just craziness, the insanity, the numbers, as well as the Rage state. As you can see, I mean, it's like Raged Barbarians are coming from everywhere on the lower right side of this base, and they just stay raged forever. I know it's only like, 15 seconds or something like that, but my gosh, it is forever in terms of the game. And as they work their way through, the cannon carts come up from behind in a totally protected position and just take out whatever is left to be taken out. Battle Machine works his way through, continues to tank for the cannon carts until you come down to the very end. You've got a couple of cannon carts left, you've got a Battle Machine left, and you've got a couple of bombers that are still working on walls. Sometimes those bombers at the end are able to take out a few buildings. So here is Boss with the Big Bart. Big Bart deploys the Raged Barbarians to kind of attract the defenses, while the bombers take out the first layer of walls. Then you bring in some more of both the Raged Barbarians and the Boxer Giants, and deploy your cannon carts to take out any junk buildings before finally opening up one more wall with your bombers, and everybody can flow right into the middle of the base. Works great against these bases that have a big open space like this. It's the forward power of the attack, keeping it moving, that keeps the defenses kind of off kilter and allows the attack to do its thing. It works so effectively. I've been using the big Bart off and on over the course of the last week or two, and it's been working well for me all through the 4000s. Even used it up in the 5000s just yesterday, and it worked okay as well. In this particular case, Boss is operating up to around 5,000. I don't know where he's at the moment, but that's where he was at the time this attack was hanging around up there. I get this in my defense logs a lot as well. It's just a great attack to use. So there you have it, guys. 4,500 to 5,500 trophies. End of season action. I think we got maybe 2 days left. Lots of people still pushing. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Hit like down below. Do subscribe. You got any comments? Toss them in the comment box, and I will endeavor to reply. Y'all take care. I'll catch you later. Keep on clashing. Bye-bye.